Hello there, welcome back. Mervania here. I'm on a private server right now. This is my area in the private server. You can find out more about it on avamans.com. It's a brilliant server. The people are really friendly here. I'm just doing a little short tour of my area. Oh, don't know why I picked up the... Now, we do have /fly, so this is... I will quickly give you a view of my little tiny mini Biltmore mansion. Yes, I know that the gardens are not the same, but it's my interpretation, it's my inspiration for this build. And then I have a little village round here. I have the docks over there. But I do have a video on this. What I want to show you is my inspiration for the next build, which is the Breakers Mansion in Newport. Now I'm just can I empty my hands here? Just, that's a bit off-putting. And then that's it. So this is inspired by the Breakers. The external part of the building is pretty much the Breakers, other than the garden, because the Breakers don't have gardens. They have 2 big hedges and 2 lampposts. The statues in the Breakers are actually incorporated into the wall work and things, which is not easy to do in Minecraft. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you... these are griffins. Oh, I keep forgetting to wax these two. I've got the is it oxidized wax copper? And then I've got the weathered copper, I think it is. I've got a little pond with a bridge here and a little frog water fountain. I have a koi pond here with tropical fish and a little tea garden. It's not finished out here. I still need to do something with it. I've got a little axolotl statue there. And I have just a nice quiet cherry garden there. So that's that. But what I am going to do before I get mobbed is take you into the house. Now, the last time, I do believe this house was empty the last time I did this. If it wasn't empty, it wasn't this full. So I've got my little axolotl statue there and my fox statue there. And this is the grand entry hall. You enter into this. We've got the big chandeliers. Now, the statues, I followed the tutorials by Meg Ray. That's the outside statues as well. And the chandeliers are inspired by a lot of lighting videos, tutorials that I watched by Achilles. She's part of the bakery, so, and she's really good. This is the ballroom, and I've started to fill it up now with various different armour stands. Eventually I want them all sort of in the ballroom. These are by... is it in the book? Did I write it in the book? Chandeliers inspiration from Achilles, statues, fox and griffins by Meg Ray, kitchen herb planters, inspiration by Achilles, various guard statues and tutorials, inspiration from crafting bench. So all of those guard statues you see are inspired by crafting bench. Basically this one is copied as a tutorial. This one is changed a little bit to make it hold the serving tray. I've got all the pictures. Now, what I have got that in the inside, I put the music room, because apparently there is a music room in the breakers. So I've got the music room with a piano, a little sitting area, bookcases and a bell to ring for the servants. I'll show you the back in a little while. This is the waiting area for all the guests when we have our grand balls. This is the dining area, which apparently was, if I've interpreted the maps right or the blueprints right, it was behind the stairs. I must have a dark spot. Where did that come from? I would like to know where that dark spot is. This is the morning room. Now, there was a morning room in the breakers. Just don't know if it was in this particular area. And this was the billiard room. And there was a billiard room behind the stairs also in the breakers. So hopefully they're in the right places. Everything else is made to fill this area out. Now, obviously the grand staircase is where the grand staircase would have been. So we go up the grand staircase and again, and there's, again, you can get books everywhere. There is a kitchen. Now, I'm gonna just give a little flight. This is the kitchen. I did these using player heads. This was a player head done by somebody else, but I thought I needed something just to add to this. So this is what I'd done. And I got bread as well. So these were all here. And we have little freezers. Or what were they called? Ice cabinets or something. This is a library for the guests. The guests can come into this library. They can read, they can enjoy. There's plants. These are the back verandas. Now, this is, we are heading into the Arboretum. Now, the breakers didn't have an Arboretum that I'm aware of inside of the house, but a lot of Gilded Age mansions did. So I decided to fill some space with the Arboretum in here. This is where they would research plants, try and a lot of the Vanderbilt Gilded Age houses tried to be self-sufficient. So they did, especially Biltmore. They ran their own forests and things until it dwindled and they sold the land. But so this is the art gallery. And you can tell you're coming up to the art gallery and things because you come in here, and it's a mix of the art gallery and the Arboretum out here. So this is all, and there are 2 bathrooms, luxury bathrooms. So you have your mirror, your little cabinet, your bath, And then you have a second luxury bathroom with mirror, plants. So now you can come out onto the balcony, which I'm going to put a breakfast table and things out here for that. Haven't done that yet. Right, now there are different rooms. So we have the cyan style room with a grey bed, canopy bed, using the string to hold the carpet up. We have a small unit there, a small unit there, a little cabinet, and that is the cyan room. We have a little meeting area for guests here. They can ring for the servants, order their sherry or their tea or whatever they want there. This is the, I don't know what colour that is, magenta, but it's that's, so you've got the canopy bed again, string to hold the carpet up, and there's a massive wardrobe, which I'm going to put armour stands in each one of these, and maybe a chest on the top. And then again, on this side, we have a bed. I'm going to put a breakfast table out here. This is what it looks like on the balcony. There was a lot of bamboo trapdoors. We went through a lot of bamboo and sandstone. So that's that. Now we've seen that. So if we go up this staircase, we have more of these statues which are inspired now, because I started to change them up a bit to get some light. There was a, this is inspired, actually no, this is a tutorial. However, I changed the hoppers for anvils just because I thought they looked a little bit different and better. This is, oh, that's about to be someone walking out of the library. When I get a leather chest piece and a player head. This is the library. Now, the public can use this library, but it tends to be used by the owner of the property as well. And this is his library and study. So guests are not allowed in here. There's looking at the maps, looking at his borders, a study table, a reading table. This is for business meetings, signing contracts, and this is for business meetings with like a group of people. And I thought these posters are custom for the server, and I thought they looked really good in a study, because I don't know, maybe the owner of this house is a very rich private detective and he's looking for all of these, or maybe this is how he made his money. He caught all of these. So that's the library, the study, and again, more gallery style pictures, more waiting areas and seating areas for the guests to talk, and then more gardens, more guards, statues. Now this is where the rooms get a little bit interesting. Now this is the green room, yes, I did use melons for the wallpaper because Gilded Age had some really garish wallpapers, all sort of gold themed, and this was the closest I think I could get in the green shade. So that is that one. And then this is the mangrove room. And I thought that looked like really nice wallpaper. Again, unfortunately you can see the string, but never mind. Little cabinets, a seating area, wardrobe, mirror. So yeah, that's the mangrove room. And then I think, is this a, oh, this is the, what would you call this colour? We'll call it the skulk room. And I can't remember what they are. I think they are smithing tables or looms. It's a workbench of some kind that I've used up there. Another canopy bed. A double wardrobe. A vanity cabinet. And then the rooms are, and this is a plainer room, a more normal room with double wardrobe. Oh, I forgot to put a plant in the corner. I'll have to fix that. It was very difficult to light this place up, by the way. And then we have an oak room with chests in the wardrobe. They do open. So this is the oak room. I think more details needed in the oak room. And again, wardrobes. I make everything as useful as possible. And this is the crying obsidian room. So it's more purple than it is the nether colour. A bit of a mix of both, but it is a more purpley room. And I love the crying obsidian going round the walls. One, it's a light source, and two, it's just got that, it's got something that says, if it wasn't for the dripping obsidian, it would kind of have a gilded look about it. So that's that one. And then around here you have another waiting area, meeting area for the gallery and the arboretum. So you go down here, you can see down from here. Oh, there's a couple that still need to oxidise. And you can see the gallery from up here. And this is, it's all, the shelves are brilliant just for giving a little bit of fine detail along the borders. And if I'm not, yep, great place to hide lights. There's a lot of hidden lighting in here, although I still missed a spot, clearly. Right, and then we will go to the last place. Now, if you've ever watched Brothers of Decay, you will know that for all the mansions that they've been in, the servants had really, really horrible quarters to live in. So yes, my servants have tiny quarters, but I've kind of spoiled them with like big wardrobes and things, but their possessions, not a lot. Pretty much all of the rooms are very similar. Not to mention the fact that this is a single layer roof, so the water does drip through. So yeah, it does kind of have that dank feel, although the quarters on this side are bigger for some. So this might be a butler's room, because he has like a desk for writing and a chest of some sort. So he does have, and this might be the head maid. So she's got a wardrobe there, a cabinet there, a desk there again for, but the rest, not that great. That is actually a roof, and that's a Smith and Table roof too. Where does it go? Let's see. Where does it go? Oh, it's the mangrove room. Yeah, so sorry, meant to show you the roof. The roof is, that's the bottom of a Smith and Table. So if you want a nice fancy roof, that's a perfect way to get it. Yeah, so servants weren't treated very well. And to be honest, I think my servants have even better quarters than some of the others. Other than when it rains, you can see the water dripping down, which kind of suits that era, to be honest. And then we go back to tiny rooms. And I am still building on this part. Because we have the fly option, that's why my roof's not finished. I like to fly up because all of my storage is on the other side. Up here, we've got laundry rooms, and we have empty bookcases, storage for things that are no longer in use, no longer required. And I think I am going to put more of that around here, but I think here, possibly here. I forgot to show you the study as well. The bottom of a shelf, a book, no, a barrel. That's what that looks like. So I used barrels for the ceiling in here. In one of the rooms I used, oh, I now know what that ceiling was. And I think I know what room it's from. Yeah, those are stone cutters. That's a stone cutter's roof. So it just shows you, just have a look at the bottom of the workbenches, because you never know what you might come across for a ceiling or a floor. So I'm thinking possibly here I'll put like a communal room for the servants, because to be honest, no rich person is going to come up to the attic, are they? They're just not. So they're not going to know that the servants have a communal room. So yes, there's a lot still to do. Fine details, adding things, trying to fill spaces. I still have to do a good bit in the garden, front and back. I haven't decided what I'm doing with the back yet. I am putting a little dock there. So these two little black bits of wool, that's for a dock of some sort, and hopefully a boat. And the other place that I want to put a boat is here. I would like a boat sitting here. I would like more houses, maybe a house there and a house there. And maybe even a little sort of house here someone that looks after the bridge or something to that effect. So yes, that is what I've been doing. And oh, yeah, that's the front. These little balconies don't have an access point because the first floor is 13 high and there is no, these are high windows. So, but they are part of the breakers, so I put them there. But you also have the side of the house. This is the ballroom side. We've got the back of the house. I would like to build an orchard and sort of blend it back into the forest. That is the back of the house. And that is the picture you see most of on websites. Because initially I thought that was the front of the house, but then I realised there was no front door. This is a fireplace which I put in. And this is the billiard room side of the house. So, if you would like to join the server that I'm playing on, go to avamans.com and all of the information for the server is on there. It's a brilliant server. If you have enjoyed this video and this little mini tour, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.